guys, welcome back to Everyday Food. I have a great and vegetarian recipe to share with you today. It is a whole wheat tagliatelle with a creamy white bean and kale sauce. You'll see that I just measured a half a cup of sliced almonds. These have skin on. I'm gonna toast them until they're fragrant and golden brown, and that's gonna garnish the pasta. I generally like to warn people, make sure you set a timer, because if you don't, you're almost 100% guaranteed to forget these, and they will end up burnt and you'll have to throw them away. And nuts are really expensive, so set a timer for about 10 minutes. Once you get those in the oven, you can start with your sauce. I also have a pot of water boiling back there, and you'll see when we get there for my pasta, because this actually comes together pretty quickly. This is a bunch of kale. You can use curly kale, you can use lacinato kale, whatever you want. You want to take the stems off. I don't know how many times I've shown you this, but here's the stem, here's the leaf. We're using the leaf here. Just pull the leaves. It's so simple. Pull the leaves right off the stems. This kale has been sitting out for a sec waiting for me, but when it's really crisp and fresh right out of the fridge, it's actually a little easier. The stems are edible. I would put them into this sauce, but it would add a little bit of texture, and what I'm really going for is a nice creamy sauce that's like really verdant and green from this kale. So I'm not using it now, but I will save these. So now I want to saute the kale just lightly to start it off. So I'm going to first start by sauteing some garlic in some olive oil. It's 4 cloves of garlic thinly sliced. I haven't heated the oil yet. When you put garlic into a cold pan with the oil, it slowly comes up together, and there's a lot less danger of the garlic burning. I have a pot of water boiling here. I'm gonna add some salt because I'm gonna cook my pasta in here, which takes about 8 minutes. And I'm gonna start it now because I feel like I'm probably in good shape. Hopefully my timing will work out. It's 12 ounces of a kamut or a whole wheat tagliatelle. According to the box, this takes about 8 minutes, but it's pretty thin. So I'm gonna check it after like 6 minutes just to make sure, because I'm gonna toss it together with the sauce. Give this a little stir and then tear the kale just into bite-sized pieces. It's not super duper important, only because it's gonna get blended together into the sauce. So don't worry if it's not like a specific size. It's just so that it fits into the pan and cooks down. Okay, I'm wearing a brand new shirt. Isn't it nice? And my garlic is, I think there might have been a little, I'm going over here. There might be a little bit of water in my pan, so it's splattering a lot. I'm putting up my apron for protection. I don't want to ruin my shirt. Okay, so it's starting to brown, which is not something that I actually want a ton of, so I'm gonna add my kale right now. When you add things that have a significant amount of moisture into hot fat, it splatters. And so you kind of want to be careful. I'm just going to let this wilt down a tiny bit, and then I'll season it lightly, but I'm going to season as I go because I don't know how salty the beans are because I'm using canned beans. I've been told that my timer went off for my almonds, so I'm going to check those. And how about that? They're golden brown, they're fragrant, but they're not burnt, and this is why I say set a timer. So it's been 4 minutes. Pasta's looking good. It's not done, but I'm gonna taste it anyway. Ow. 2 more minutes. The kale is bright green, so I'm gonna go blend it up into the sauce and then come back and toss it with the pasta. Okie doke. To make the sauce in a blender, combine your sauteed garlic and kale. Pan can go back on the stove because you're going to use it again to saute everything once it's blended. I think my pasta is done, so I'm going to just grab it and take it out of the water so it doesn't overcook. It's actually a great tip I literally just learned. Jeannie told me if you take your pasta, if you're cooking it in a pasta pot, and remove it from the water, let it all drain out, and then just lean it sort of on an angle. The pasta's sitting above the water. It stops cooking. It'll buy you a little time. You don't want it to sit there too long because it's going to clump together, because we don't oil our pasta in this family. But in any case, great tip. Thanks, Jeannie. Okay, so my kale is in here, my garlic is in here. To this you add your white beans, really, really nice and creamy. A cup of water, regular water. It could be the pasta water too, which I think would be a great option, and some lemon juice. I also have to zest this lemon because I'm gonna serve my pasta with lemon on top, which I generally don't do this ahead of time only because it's a little hard to get like a really even, nice distribution. When it's pre-grated, I like to grate it over the top. However, I also don't want to cut this lemon, squeeze the juice out of it, and then have to do a new lemon for the zest later. So pick your battles, guys. My battle is clumping lemon zest when I'm trying to sprinkle. I accept that challenge. The lemon juice goes in here, a little bit of salt. And then blend this up till it's nice and creamy, and then it's gonna go back on the stove. And then, let's see. Time. Okay, so I let that blend for quite a bit because I really want it well combined. What you're looking for is something that's like really, really infused with the color of the kale, but also really creamy from the beans. Okay, doke. So the last step is to heat the sauce and then combine it with the pasta. So bring your sauce to a simmer and then give it a taste, because this is one of the last stages. It's gonna get served with some grated cheese, a little bit of grated lemon zest, like I said, some parsley, as well as those toasted almonds. So take that into consideration when you're tasting. Need salt though. And then you can add your pasta right in. I'm just gonna dump it back in the water for just a second. Stir it around because that's gonna loosen the pasta because it kind of clumped together a little bit. And then I'm gonna redrain it. And now it's loose again. Pasta goes in with the sauce and then you just wanna cook it together. This is a moment where if you wanted to or you felt like you needed to, you could add a little bit of that pasta water. That really brings it together, adds a little bit of silkiness from the starch, a little bit of seasoning from the salt, allowing those two things to marry really well. And that's it. It's time to serve it. So I have my lemon zest, some cheese. I'm gonna grate this right over the top, some parsley, additional freshness to finish this dish. Flat leaf, curly leaf, I don't care. I think that cilantro would be really delicious on this too. I do think that keeping your herbs in a container of water out on your counter makes you more aware that they are still around. And I think that you'll find that you are much more prone to using them in all kinds of dishes. Plate, bowl, your choice. A bit of pasta. Curl, a little sprinkle of lemon zest. Oh, you guys, I almost forgot one of the most important things, the almonds. This is a really, 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 really great touch. Adds crunch, adds, well, I mean, nuttiness can be a descriptor, but actual nuttiness, a little bit of parsley. Be generous because all of this stuff really, really makes a difference in the final flavor. And some Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino Romano or ricotta salata would be really good. Anything with like a nice bite to it is what I'm looking for here. And I'm gonna actually do tiny more squeeze of lemon juice because I still have it. And that's it. It's like delicious, vibrant, full of fresh flavors, and 100% vegetarian. I suggest that after you get it twirled up on your fork, you give this recipe a try and let me know what you think, because I think you're really gonna love it just as much as I do. And if you want more vegetarian recipes like this, click like and subscribe.